We have been working on refining our writing for clarity by cutting out repeated or unnecessary words and combining simple sentences into complex sentences. For today's assignment, you are going to practice sentence combining. The only rule is you must maintain the meaning of the original sentences. Here is what you can do. Number 1, you can delete repeated or unnecessary words. Number 2, you can rearrange words. 3, you can substitute single words that do the work of several words. So use one word instead of two. Number 4, you can add connectors, so coordinating conjunctions or prepositions. Number 5, you can change a word form. For example, add ing to the end of the word. Or number 6, you can leave a sentence as it is, uncombined. So now get out a sheet of paper and write down these 12 sentences. The first thing that we're going to do, I want you to follow along as I go through this with you. I'm going to do these 12 sentences, combine them with you, and then you're going to do another group of sentences completely on your own. So the first thing we want to do is get rid of repeated or unnecessary words. We have the store was old, the store was lighted. So the store is repeated. Go ahead and cross that off. Then we have there were 3 light bulbs. Each bulb was 50 watts. So we have the word bulb repeated. We're going to cross that off. Then we have the store smelled. The smell was of coal oil. The smell was of baking bread. So the words the smell are repeated. We're going to cross those off. Sentence 8 says the room was rectangular. Then we have the floor sagged a little. Well, there's no repetition here, so we're just going to go ahead and leave sentence 8 as it is. Back to sentence 9. The floor sagged a little. The floor was oak. So the words the floor are repeated. We're going to cross them off. Sentence 11 says the sagging was caused by a stove. So the word sagging here is the same as sagged here, so we're going to go ahead and cross that off. Then we have was caused by a stove. The stove was made of iron. So the word stove is repeated, but we also don't need the, so we're going to cross off both of those words. Okay, now that we've removed all the repeated words, the next thing we want to do is try to combine similar information and see if we can't cut these sentences down even more. So the first 4 sentences talk about the store and how it was lighted. So see what you can do about combining this information and cutting it down even more. Can you make a single sentence out of it, or maybe a clause that we can combine with more information for just one sentence? The next 3 sentences all talk about the smell in the store. Again, we can combine this information to cut it down even smaller. So see what you can do with that. And finally, we have the rest of the sentences. So it all talks about the appearance of the room and the floor and this stove. So see what you can do to combine this information into as little information or little space as possible. Alright, these 12 sentences actually come from a novel called Into Thin Air. So I want to show you now the actual excerpt from the novel, and let's see how close you got in your sentence combining with the published text. The old store, lighted only by 3 50-watt bulbs, smelled of coal oil and baking bread. In the middle of the rectangular room, where the oak floor sagged a little, stood an iron stove. So this is 12 sentences brought down to only 2. So here's the next step in the assignment. Here are some more sentences, again excerpted from this novel. Write them down and start crossing off repeated words. then combine similar information. See how far you can cut these sentences down, how you can combine them into the fewest amount of sentences. Bring that information with you to class tomorrow, and we will go over it. We'll see how many or how few sentences you got it down to, and then I will show you the actual excerpt from the novel.